Hey, welcome to the Amateur Football YouTube channel with myself to Greece. So again, let me kind of go back and say thank you for anyone that tuned in to the Croydon Intermediate Cup draw. Hopefully, you guys got the results or the ties that you wanted. But you know what? That's now at the side. This this has been something that's just happened. And again, I've got to thank this guy because without this guy, again, this wouldn't happen. Kumazi Strikers. I'm going straight to the source. Assistant manager, the guy that knows football inside out. This guy needs no introduction. Iggy, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thank you for bringing me on the breeze. Yeah, I'm good. Busy as usual
No.
with duties, but yeah, no, I've been very good looking after stuff and yeah, just been back and forth. And obviously, it was a good introduction we had with you when we met you back in when we played Saha. Some
Mm-hmm.
excellent footage that was taken, and yeah, we're good. We're happy to collaborate with you again, and obviously bring the values of the club to what we're doing right now.
No, again, I just want to thank you because again, like you've like shouted me out. You've been DMing me and like you like, you know what, let's get this done. And it's like, you know what, yeah, like why not this evening? So again, honestly, thank you so much. So you
Anytime,
know what,
man.
the title of this show. Let's go straight into it. Congratulations, Orpington and Bromley League champions. Again, no one can take that away from you.
Mhm.
Again, yes, like the first question I can say is how did it feel to be champions?
Yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good. Weird year last year. Obviously, with COVID and etc. coming into place, leagues got postponed. Obviously, league were up and down. We had a good set of fixtures last year, a few wins. We held on to the title, but obviously before that season, yeah, it was a real crazy season. We had some amazing results. We had excellent games. We had players on the line, just putting their bodies on the line for the club, winning things. And yeah, we had an excellent season at the end and we won the league. Final games, some crazy games, 4-4s, 3-3s, crazy results, man. Last minute winners. Yeah, we had a real roller coaster. And yeah, credit to all the boys that we accomplished with and the team that stuck together until the end. Then we lift the title, which was a great achievement for us because the standard of the league is exceptionally high. And us as a unit, us as a team, we've grown and we've learned to understand that.
Yeah, cool. No, great stuff, great stuff. So before we go into the first point, I want to thank everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Please put in your questions. Myself and Iggy will literally try and answer everything that comes our way. But let's go to the straight. Yeah. Let's go straight to the first point. The history about the club. Can you please talk us through this?
Yeah, the history about the club is formed by my manager who I work with, James. He was working on it since 1999. He's started the club off. He had a it was a team he started off with his friend, and then obviously he started inviting people into it, and then the history of the club just grew. There's an old school batch that he has that he still works with. They're all originally the old school members, founders of the club, and they're excellent support for me and James. They support us through all different types of things that we have, sponsors, link ups with what we got to do with the club going forward, and ambitions and ideas. And yeah, it started off 1999. We were in the London, from what I understand, we were in the London Met League, and then we went from London Met League to Orpington and Bromley, and then Orpington and Bromley we're current champions. And yeah, it's been again a real progress step for everyone. At the same time, we have community values. We've been promoting community values, promoting youth, promoting recruitment within the club, having the seniors and youngers mixed up. It's just about getting everyone on the pitch really and getting a good standard of discipline and respect around everyone really, and showing everyone what we can do going forward as a club and being ambitious. And this is what we've come to now, and being current champions as well is just one step that we're trying to take. We're trying to achieve it all and win it all and get the history of the club we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to be, because we've been established since 1999. We've been in the game. My gaffer has been with me, James. He's shown a lot to me and he's been working a lot with me. So for me, it's been an exceptional ride, and I just want to make the club grow bigger and bigger, really, and
Yeah,
we want to go
amazing,
forward.
amazing. And how is the season going this season?
This season, really good, really good. We've won all our games in the league this season. Some really good teams in the league, some exceptional players. Really tactically, you have to be on point with everything you do. Um, each team comes ready, each team comes hungry. There's no room for anyone to sort of sit back and say, you know what, this is going to be a walk in the park. You can have a team that's lost 6-1 one week. The next week they'll come to you and they'll play like they've won 5-1 the week before. You just don't know. The standards are exceptionally high, and every team has got footballers that are just can turn the game on their head. So it's really tough, and it's a really good season so far. We've only had one loss this season so far. Our biggest win has been 7-1, which is a really exceptional. That was last week in Metro Gas. So yeah, it's been a really good season. And at the same time, we're not just bringing in just results. We're enhancing the youth as well. We're bringing a lot of under 23s, and we've got a probably squad of probably I think 25 to 30% of our under 23 players who are exceptionally performing really well. So yeah, for us, it's not just about getting results. It's about working with everyone, showing everyone what we're doing going forward. And the season so far shown so good, and it's the attitude and determination is what we want from the club and play for the values of the club. And for us is what we want to do for what we're doing going forward with the club now. And we want to promote the youth into our ideas. We don't want to have youth in a way where they're just substandardly sometimes in Sunday football they're benched or they're overlooked. We like to involve them in different types of aspects of the club, and it's been so beneficial to me and James because we've had a great response on that aspect. And it's not just, let's just say, me and James doing it. We have recommendations of other players. It's not just one friend who comes and plays. He recommends another two. So for us, it's building a hub, and at the same time, it's towards the community as well, building community outreach and helping the youngsters out. So yeah, no, it's been a really exceptional season, and obviously as the season goes on, there's not just one game that we have to look for. We have massive games ahead of us.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, amazing. So before we go on to the second point, there's going to be a video of you and James in action.
We've been monitoring Zaha since the start of the season, but we've noticed that they're unbeaten. So, and I think they beat Orpington Rovers in the previous round 3-2. Mm-hmm. So we know that they're going to be a very tough team to play against. Mm-hmm. But obviously we're ready, waiting to go, and it's going to be a good challenge today.
Yeah. We look at all our teams, we analyse what we've got in each position, and we go forward with that. As my gaffer, my boss said, that we've seen Zaha for a while. We monitor them and see what sort of team they are, and we sort of look towards this challenge and sort of pushing towards and getting the win and going for the next round.
Wow, amazing. And I just want to say, that was the first time that I met you guys, and I think for like me as like someone that was filming, I kind of wanted to give you guys the like respect that you guys deserve, because first and foremost, you guys are there to win a game. It's kind of not to talk to me or let you take pictures. So actually, I want to kind of thank you for like spending as much time as you possibly could on that day to actually speak to me. So like,
it was a great introduction. To be fair, you're very accommodating. You were understanding towards the situation. We came on head screwed on. We wanted to, obviously, yourself, we wanted to win the game. It was a very interesting game. You had a lot of goals, you had a lot of action, you had a few cars. It was a nitty-gritty game. It was a typical Sunday grassroots pure football game. And plus with Zaha, they were a very talented bunch, and with us, obviously, we're a very determined bunch. So it was just a clash of obviously a lot of understanding, a lot of tactical analysis towards it. And the final result did reflect on a lot of things. But for yourself being it was great to sort of look back even on that interview. And I don't remember much of the interview, but I looked back and I was just like, wow, like I was so caught up in the moment. And for me and James, when we step on that pitch at 10:30 after the final warm-up is done, for us, it's just the ultimate focus. It's just focus on the 90 minutes ahead of us, what we're going to do, what we have to do, and how are we going to end up with this win. Because you saw yourself, things can really go lopsided. We were really 3-2 down at half-time. And obviously from the speech that you recorded with my player, Aaron, it was something that had to be done. And when things were put like that, then obviously the response was there to see. So yeah, for us, it was crazy. It was a great experience, and obviously we sort of look back at your videos as well. And we can analyze the weaknesses in the team and things that we can improve, because football's not just walk in the park and turn up with 11 people and hope for the best. It's a lot about analysis, what we're doing going forward, what we can improve. And Saha's just one test. There's around 5 or 6 or 11 or 15 more tests to come in the league. Every team is different. So you've got to learn to capitalize on certain things and improve your team as a substandard and go forward with the club, and improve your team and take the tactical analysis forward and go to look at what you need to do forward. What are you going to perceive in the next game? What actions are you going to take? And again, that sort of came from your footage. So yeah, no, it was really good to see.
Oh, thank you. So the next point, characters. The characters in your squad. And I like met a few of them. I met a few of them. So, and again, it's again, you've like really kind of explained what Kumazi Strikers are about, and of course, individual players are like great, but as a whole, it's all about the team, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, it's we have characters. You've seen a few. There was a few left and right banter you saw on the thing. Yeah, it's good. It's friendly banter for us. The boys are extremely competitive. They're determined. They don't like losing. They just don't accept losing. This is something I've learned within the squad. We can be 5-2 down. We could be 3-2 down. We can be 4-2 down. This squad will give it till 90, till the last second, last kick of the ball. And this is something you've had to drill into them. You've had to teach them. You've had to sort of embrace that what you're going to do going forward. You've got these characters. You've got feisty characters. You've got sweet characters. You've got great characters. But at the end of it, you've got characters who are just willing to play for the club and willing to play for the management. And it's great to see. It's a manager's dream. That's what I say to James. It's a manager's dream having these sort of players. Example, my keeper. You obviously have got videos of him. That boy, he's such a good lad. Like deep down, when you talk to him properly, he's a proper good lad, proper good. But guess what? He's an exceptional keeper. Yeah. I've seen him pull out saves where I've just stood there and said, "Wow." And he's a keeper that's vocal. He's a keeper that's athletic, but obviously he has his tendencies. He likes a bit of a laugh. He likes a little bit of a cheeky banter, and that's just Sunday football. You know yourself. You play grassroots. I've played grassroots to a certain standard. That Sunday they're gonna wound you up, but it's different. When it comes to serious stuff, when it comes to finals, when it comes to big games, it's a different aspect. And it's not just him. We've got all types of characters. We've got obviously the guy who gave the speech at halftime, a very determined character, a person who wants to get the job done tactically, very, very smart, knows his football, played at an excellent standard. Great feedback from him. Excellent feedback. He can read a player within 10, 15 minutes for me sometimes. He can tell me the weaknesses, what we need to go forward. And the great thing about him and others, and me and James and others on the management team, is that we're on the same wavelength. We're actually on the same wavelength. So that's the sort of character you want to have. You want to have people who understand the game, but at the same time, they know the difference between winning and losing. And again, these boys, they're a determined bunch. They want to win the games. And we don't go into any game. I'm not fearful of any team. This is the honest truth. I'm not fearful of any team. I'd love to say that there's a team that can come to us and show us levels, but yeah, there's been games we will lose. I accept that, but I don't go into any game saying to myself, "Oh, this team's too strong for me," or this and that. Like these boys I've got, and the squad we've got, and everyone behind us, including the skipper, it's an exceptional squad, and these boys just don't want to lose. And yeah, it's great for me to see. And we push forward. We just push forward as a bunch. We push each other to the limit. We talk to each other, communicate, and it's not just this hard work hasn't just come also just from being on the pitch and being together. This is from obviously team bonding sessions. We have obviously warm-ups. We have practice sessions. We have sometimes we go for meals. It's a team thing here. It's a family club, and when you join this club, I sort of tell all the players who I recruit that you're not joining a club. You're joining practically your family. You're joining a bunch of guys who talk you through things, guide you through things, and help you through the experiences that they've been through and talk you through it. And it's really good to see. And these boys, obviously, they perform to that sort of substandard because they know they've got that trust behind us. It's nothing. We're just like you. We're transparent. We speak honest truth. if things are going wrong, we'll put our hands up and say things are going wrong. But when things are going right, we like everyone to be on the same wavelength. If things are not working out, you talk to us. And being me and James in management I've only been there for 2.5 years now, but James being there for so long, even I would go to him for advice. James, I've got this issue. Talk to me. How can I help? How can you help me? So yeah, it's a very family-based club, very family-valued, and a lot of good people behind it. A lot of good people and personalities behind it that you can talk to, and especially for, again, the youngsters who are coming through, we like to obviously give them an opportunity to play on the pitch.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, James, Mia, and really lovely message, which was so sincere, and it meant a lot. So yeah, look at James and Kumazi as well to not gonna only like accepting me at the game, but also with all of your messages, all of your DMs. So like, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, if someone's doing a great job, then if someone's obviously doing a great job, then we can't sort of put it past them. You have to sort of acquire their stuff. Like, you've come out on a certain day and you've looked at it and you've said to yourself, you know what, this is this, and it's a rainy day, you're by yourself, you're just doing recordings, and it pays off. You sort of got to accommodate what someone else is doing there, So for me, it's good to see, and we like it. We like the approach. We like the friendly understanding, the interviewing, etc. So your work doesn't go obviously unnoticed here. So yeah, no, it's good. It's good work for us. Yeah.
Thank you. So you actually did talk about two like players. So I've got a couple of clips just to show the viewers out there exactly who you're talking about.
Yes.
I told you. I told you. Come on. Everyone go home. I told you, this is our town. I told them from the beginning, it wasn't all talk. I told them, this is our ground. We'll make this our home ground now. It's a curfew for them. Tell them to stay at home tonight. No one step out. Kumazi, that's where we're from. Originally, Kumazi, Ghana, GH, for life. We never give up. You think they can play here? Nah. We had plans. Fight to the end. You don't fight only half time. You don't fight to half time, you fight to the end. Come on.
Yeah, no, he's a good lad, man. He explains it. He explains everything there, man. That's the values we work by, man. We work to the end. We don't give up, man.
Yeah.
It's something that it stems through the whole club.
Yeah.
It stems through all of them, and each one of them, they know what it's about from start till finish. And that's what we demand of them. We have them for 90 minutes on Sunday. That's what we demand of them. That's the least we want of them. We just want their ultimate focus and just focus on everything and what we got to do going forward.
Yeah, amazing. And I've got another clip in terms of what you were talking about regarding the halftime team talk.
Yeah.
I'm a centre back. I played there. I got professional contract there. All them things. I understand it now. When the guy's about to run, you drop quickly. Drop to where you want to be. You hold your line so the strikers are up. So when you drop, you're in position to attack the ball. If you stand on their thing, all they do is sit. If I was playing against you lot, I would have a hell of a day. Especially being a strong guy, I'll just let you do what the guy done, stand in front of you lot, and just get the little flick on. You lot are watching the game like this. You're watching the game like this. The ball's gone, Lewis has lost it, next thing the ball's gone straight to his player. No one's even sitting there going, right, let me get tight to my man, just in case we lose the ball. Let me get tight, let me concentrate. Let me be on the game. When the ball is not in your hands or it's not in your position, you need to know, where is my player and who am I getting tight to? For no goals to go in.
That was proper.
Yeah, no, man. That bloke, he joined this season, start from the day he signed, and I think we had our first training session in July. I think when COVID just came off a little bit, we had a session in Beckenham. He took charge. He joined from Vista, by the way. He joined from another club. We signed him. Me and Jim signed him. Very exceptional player, great talent. And yeah, was really, really good. But yeah, his work ethic, personality, understanding of the game, ability to read certain situations is amazing. He can determination, motivation is like eating a piece of cake with him. He's born for this sort of stuff. He's sort of adamant that yeah, I'll get the result how I want it, and he'll get it out of people. He'll teach them things that certain things that obviously playing wise, because obviously he's an excellent player at the same time being obviously what he is doing right now, he'll be good for them. So that speech is just little bit of volumes of how he is as a person. That's just him talking through his game. And you can put him in any position on that pitch and he'll give you 100%.
Yeah.
And this is what other players look at and say, you know what, this is the benchmark we want to hear. This is what you want to see. And it's really good to see. It's really understanding to see. And people are just understandable towards him, and he had such a great impact on our squad, and he's had such a great impact for me and James, and we're very happy to have him in our squad now, and he's been with us since July, so it's been like 6, 8, 7 months, and he's taken amazing strides, and that's just that video clip is just answering of what he's done there. So yeah, he's been excellent for us.
Yeah, because and correct me if I'm wrong, because when he came on, he played as a striker.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and I think he like got the foul.
Yeah.
For your, I believe it was I think it was your 5th goal, which was a penalty.
I think it was 5th. Yeah,
it was a 5th. So he got fouled, but kind of Saha defender was complaining to the referee, and I believe he took a quick free kick.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said yes. Great.
So literally that was that was just sharp of mind. He kind of knew that everyone had like switched off, but he was already on the game, and literally that bit of phase of play kind of sums him up, right? Like literally that bit right there.
Yeah, 100%, and it just falls back to what I was saying about the experience. He's been in the league, he's played at an excellent standard, as you said in the video, and he's got that self-awareness. He's just got that awareness around him. He can read situations very quickly. He knows what to do back and forward, going on the pitch, the right things, the wrong things to do. He'll coach players into positions where certain things obviously me and James can't see. We've only got 4 pairs of eyes between us, but certain things you can't see on the pitch because we're not actively on the pitch. But when he's coached these players, he's worked with these players for the amount of 6 months, he knows there's weaknesses and there's strengths inside them, and he'll make them exploit that. And that sort of free kick is just one example, again, of what he can do on the pitch when, obviously, when called upon. He was a substitute that game. He didn't start, but he came on and made an effect. Yeah. And this is, again, what you want from your squad as a whole. You want to get them to make an effect. And each one of them have that potential to do that sort of difference and make that difference on the pitch. And he went and won us a pen, and then we scored, and that's how the game got comfortable. So you expect that when you call upon a squad member not to be coming on lethargic or, oh, I'm coming on as sub or I'm not wanted. They want to give it their all. And as Andrew, obviously, the keeper, when he was sort of saying we play to the end, this is it. This is what runs through the club, and it runs through the squad, and it runs through each one of their players who are there on the day and with us and support or not on the side. It's what we are as a club and what we want to do.
Oh, amazing. And there's like one more player. I've got a video of this guy. Went kind of underneath the radar, but again, could you probably elaborate on this video and also a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
Done his hammy, he's done his hammy. He's done his hammy. Yeah, bro.
It's a fucking injury, bro, man. I know, but fucking hell, bro.
No one's coming to help him, that's what I'm saying.
Coming off, the guys getting ready, relax.
Not for you, come back on.
We've got hammies.
I didn't know what your injury was. Ready?
Yeah, come David. Let's go for his ankle, man. Fuck.
Where's your physio?
He is.
Right to me.
That's the worst time to come off, innit?
I know, very, very bad, man. But there's nothing you can do, it's a hammy, innit?
Yeah, but sometimes you've got to listen to your body, right?
Yeah. It's a little tweak, but I don't want to continue with that, man. Just had some more.
Oh.
Yeah. He was giving the Saha right back a lot of problems.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, his Victor. He's a winger for us. Again, one of the players we signed this summer. Yeah, exceptional player. Great example. I think, if I'm not wrong, say 2 seasons ago, was one of the top scorers in the league. He had around 25 to 30 goals. Just recently, he probably remembers a few days ago, we were just doing we had a kick about our goals. He looks sharp. He's back to his normal. This guy's a problem. He is exceptional. He's an inside forward. He comes in a lot. He's an out and out winger. He's what you call them old school wingers. He can sniff a goal. It's not going to be a Henry-esque finish. It's not going to be a Pete Crouch header, but it's going to be a finish, and it's going to go back in the net. And when we signed him, you could just see his talent. He's exceptionally fast. He's got great feet. His movement is amazing. He's one player that he's very hard to mark. He's pacey as well. He's got excellent sprints in him. That his hammy probably went due to a sprint. It wasn't probably due to anything else. It's probably due to a sprint. And when he sprints with strong intensity. So that's the type of player he is, and he pushes himself to the limit as well. And all types of goal in his locker. He's got a finish. He's had a back post finish against Hatcham. Again, sort of snuck in behind the right back, got in the back post and scored. I think he's got 3 or 4 goals this season so far. If I will check that up with James. But yeah, he's got 3 or 4 goal seasons this far. And yeah, he's on form. He just looks really sharp, and he's getting back to himself. He's had a few injuries. Obviously age being a factor as well. Obviously he's been playing football for a very long while, but yeah, an exceptional talent, really good, determined, humble, very good, very good head on his shoulders.
Very good.
Always willing to listen, always willing to take on what's required, and always willing to sort of play for the team. And again, when you have that sort of personality, you can only make yourself better as a player. So yeah, a really, really quality player with really exceptional qualities, and as a person as well, very, very nice, very humble to talk to. You can have a chit chat about football, you can have a chit chat about the game, or you can have just a chit chat about normal life. So yeah, another one of the players that a great player to manage and really enjoyable to work with as well. And he's a very good person to work with. But yeah, a real problem. When fit, a real problem. One to really watch out for in the London Cup to come as well.
Cool. So let's talk about the teams in the Orpington and Bromley League. So, let's kind of get, of course, there's yourselves, there's Lambeth and SC Dons. So, let's kind of take you 3 out of the equation.
Yeah.
Can you probably give me 1 or 2 teams that are dark horses to the league, teams that can really give you, Lambeth and SC Dons problems?
First one I'll go for is Londonstone FC. Londonstone are potentially, for me, are one of the most solid teams I've played against. Their shape, their acumen, their organizational structure within the team on the pitch, the responsibilities, the roles, they've got it down to a dim. They've got it really down to a dim. Each person has got their responsibility, what they've got to do, and they've got a way of playing. And that starts from their midfield, from their back. They've got solid defenders, they've got solid midfielders, and they score goals. That's it. They score goals. They're a set piece team. They can defend deep. They can do deep blocks. They've got a lot in their locker, and they can cause teams a lot of issues. They can play on the break. It's not hard for them, and because they've all been together as a unit for such a while, it's a very, very hard team, personally, for myself to face. And it's not just Londonstone, all the teams in the league, but Londonstone in particular, I sort of have sometimes sat there afterwards, scratching my head thinking, I did everything right here, but they won by like 2 goals. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, I've sort of put an 11 out, which won probably 7-1 or 6-1 the week before, but they've come to face you, and they can't break you lot down. And that's all due down to, obviously, perseverance, obviously warming up. They're on it from the get-go. That Sunday for them is a ritual. They will get that result. They will play for that result, and each one of them will play for each other, which makes it 15 times harder. You can be superstars. You can have 11 superstars on the pitch. You can have 11 Neymars on the pitch. But if you're playing against, I don't know, 10 quality N'Golo Kantes, you're not going to get past it. Let's be honest to yourself. Though the deep block is exceptional, and if those 10 Kantes are willing to play for each other and put everything in and defend till the end of the whistle goes, and they get that one header, that one free kick, or that one set piece, it's tough work. So yeah, I really like Lullingstone. I respect them in the league. They're a top team for me. Kenilworth FC, really good team. I like their gaffer. I like the way he coaches. He's got a really good unit with him. I know some of their wingers. I know some of their players. I think they're exceptional. I think they play really good football. They pop it on the floor. We did obviously we had them first game of the season. We did win 4-3, which was a really good game. But yeah, for me, the way they play, I like it. They keep the ball on the floor. The defenders are good. The midfielders are decent. They've moved the ball around. The wingers are really good. They've got quick feet. They've got some really good players. And yeah, I think it's just a building process for them to start. And yeah, I think they will definitely cause teams troubles. They will brush off certain teams. The quality will seep through. That is, certain quality will be too much for certain teams, but they will come against different teams that will be different for them. But for me, yeah, I really do like Kenilworth. I think they will cause issues going further in the league. But yeah, they are exceptionally a good team. I really do like them, and what they've got going there is good as well with the club and with the people around them. It's a real good unit there.
Cool. And I'm going to put you on the spot. What's the one team in your league that you think could be in trouble this season?
To be fair, the table's showing itself. There's a few teams that could be in trouble. I can't really name any right now. I'll be honest with you, I can't really name any right now. I can't sort of put myself in there to name any teams. But yeah, there's certain teams that who are looking at they could be potentially trouble that need improvements, but I can't really label it right now because we've only played 2 games as well this season. So certain teams like Portland have played 6. We've only played 2 in the league, and obviously we've got London Cup and etc. But yeah, like it's all types of different scenarios that they can look at to improve, and sometimes it's just having the players. I'm honest to you, if you don't have a squad, it's extremely difficult. And you've just got to go out there, and obviously my tip would be just to recruit, like go look for players, ask players, etc. Like that's what it is, and you've got to get a word of mouth and get something good going and sort of really push from there. But for me, no, I think each team is extremely strong, as my gaffer's always taught me. Each team is really good, as good as they always are. So yeah, I think there's potential all across the league, and there's all potential all across the pitch in all types of teams, because each team has a different personality. Example, we had I think we had Groundhoppers this league, and we won 2-1, and that was 1-1 till the 90th minute plus 4, and then we had one glimpse that our player had a gap to play through, and he scored, and then it was 2-1 in the last minute of the game. That team the week before had a very bad result. I don't want to mention the result, but they had a bad result. But that team, when they hit the ground with us, I can tell you for a fact, that team looked like they won the game week for 3 weeks running, and it was a whole different personality. We got lucky, but guess what? It was just obviously due down to perseverance and hard work. But they were exceptional that day, and I would like to highlight them because that was one of the hardest games again this season. That I really sat there and I was just like, I can't do more than what I'm doing. It's just the hunger within the other team is a bit too much, and they've come ready for it. They've got to prove a point to everyone, and they really did that day. Much credit to them and what they did on that day.
So you kind of spoke about having Kantes on the pitch, you know, in terms of like the work ethic.
Yeah.
What is more important in Sunday League? If it, you know, is it work ethic or is it talent?
It's a mix of both. Definitely. Talent is required on the pitch. You need a moment of brilliance, or you need a moment to beat the fine margins of what's required on the pitch. Hard work is required all over. You can't sit on talent and say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to win the game over talent, because that's how teams are finished. They crumble and they finish themselves off. You've got to have a unit that's willing to play for each other. You've got to have a unit that's willing to listen. You've got to have a unit that's willing to stick together till the end. So for me personally, it's 70% hard work and probably 30% talent. You do need talent. I'm not going to deny that. You can't have certain things like that or how you want to do it. But I think for me personally, it's 70% hard work and 30% talent. And certain areas you can't have passengers. It's too hard to have passengers. Even in my league, you can't have passengers. You've got to have 10 people adamantly on the ball that can play football. Because if they're not, if I'm honest to you, they will get targeted. They'll get targeted. I'll be brutally honest to you. Certain players will get targeted, and they'll get targeted in such a way that they won't like it, and then they'll there'll be confidence issues. There'll be nervous issues. There'll be issues that with their own personal football. They won't trust what they're doing, and then that obviously leads to errors, misjudgments, and then obviously yourself. For example, a defender who gets targeted, and you keep targeting him as a striker, you're going to get the best of him.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 times, 3 out of 5 times, he might get you right, but guess what? The 2 times he hasn't, that can be a pen, and that's a match-defining moment. So, for me, it's about having 11 people on the pitch who can play football, but they know how to work hard. And yeah, maybe you can have a bit of talent among those players. Those players aren't going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect at our sort of level, unless you're obviously pro or something like that, or you're ex-pro. But if you've got people able to play the football and they've been coached to a certain standard that they can play football, then it's understandable. And the most important is that they must be able to follow instructions. As long as they follow instructions from the managers and listen to what's actually being said and not being distracted during half-time team talks or full-time team talks, then yeah, you'll see a whole different thing come out of play.
And in terms of the emergence of social media, in terms of cameras now, as photography, journalists, do you think the kind of Sunday League player now has to be psychologically fit? In terms of not noticing myself or like someone else there. How important is that? Within your squad, and also
for my squad, it's not. For my squad, it's not an issue. My squad, obviously, they see the ball, they see what's required of them, and they see a result. That's what they have to play for. Yeah, there is an influence with social media. Obviously, me and we're all influenced by social media. This interview is going to be talked about regardless. It's going to be something about that. But for me, it's more about the result. But yeah, some players that you can even see that they want to sort of turn up for games that are obviously bigger games, not in my squad, but in among the talk of what I've had with others, is that you can have certain players who just want to sort of turn up for the social media, this and that. But you have players who just want to get the nitty-gritty done. They just want to get on that pitch and get that result. They don't care about cameras. They're not fazed by anyone speaking to them. They just want to get that ball, finish that game off for 90 minutes, get that result and go home. And that's what I like. But yeah, the psychological point, it does have a massive point to play. Certain players' careers have gone because they've been outed on social media. They've done something and it's been like, Jesus, like I sort of can't make a comeback from this. But the strongest players, as I always said, they always recover, they come back harder, and they prove a point wrong. And many players have done this in leagues that I've seen and players I've done, and they've been great. They've been excellent people, and they've pushed forward to become great players, and now they're known as top players in our league.
Yeah, brilliant, and that goes on nicely to our next point in terms of social media and influence and big games. Let's kind of talk about the Kumazi Strikers versus SC Dons. You guys at this present moment filming, you guys are playing tomorrow. Big game.
Massive game. A lot of hard work's gone into it. A big thank you to again my gaffer James, DSG, the Dulwich Sports Ground, for hosting this, because obviously with COVID we had a few issues. It's been a long process this whole week. We've had to put a lot of precautions into place. Things are going to be going ahead. There won't be no spectators as we've agreed. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Good team, really good team. Obviously, social media very strong with them. And yeah, for me, it's just a game for me. I'm not hyped by the certain things. I know for a fact what I require of my players. I've spoke to players. We've reminded them of their responsibilities and not getting caught up and not playing the occasion. Saha was a big enough game like that. I think you were there. We had around, I'd say probably 60, 50 people watching in total to that game. and that was just a Sunday league. It was a cold day. People came out the house to watch the football.
Yeah, rain, wind, everything.
Wind and everything. The people came out, and obviously, I would assume even that game with Dons, if obviously COVID wasn't there, we would probably have 200-300 people come to watch. But for me, it's not that. My players know what was required of them. The responsibilities is what's required and what they've got to do going forward, what they have to push for themselves. And we go there looking for the win. We're the home team. I have no issues. We've won 7-1. We've won our game so far. We've only lost one game this season. I don't go in as underdogs. I don't fear any team. I know what my players are capable of. I know what my squad is capable of. And I know what the support behind is capable of. And yeah, we're moving up and forward as a club. For example, doing these interviews, and obviously working with my gaffer, doing all with James all the time, my boss, my manager, and doing what we're doing going forward. So yeah, we look forward to the game. It's going to be a very, very intense game. A lot of good players on show, a lot of talent on show, and it's going to be a very tactical game. I know it's going to be a very interesting game. There's going to be a lot of emotion involved. There's going to be a lot of psychological involved, as you said. But for me, it's that ball, the 10 men that I've got, my goalkeeper, and the result. That's all I care about. And this is what I want to do going forward with my boys. And that's it. Like, the weather's held up, as you know, so I'm looking good. We've got a pitch that's ready to go. I've had talks with our chairman, who does the sports guy, and he's set to go. But yeah, everything is all set to go, and just the formalities is that we sit down and get these results, because the boys have been waiting for some form of competition, and we want to see someone really pushing us to the limits that we want to go to. And I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, it should be a very, 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 very good game. I think it'll be a very interesting result. We are unbeaten versus them, so we had 3-3, we've had 4-4, so we haven't lost to them. But for us to be title contenders back and holding the league champions right now, which we are, we will go for it. We'll go for the win. And again, I have no fear. You've seen my squad already yourself. You know what they're like. They're not ones to shy down from these sort of things. They're not scared of intimidating voices. They're not scared of people talking. They're not scared of people on the sidelines talking. They just want to know what the win is, what the result is, and they want to get the result and go home. And my boys are obviously, they're screwed on, their heads screwed on, and yeah, we've got the facilities and we're providing everything as required. So yeah, I really look forward to it, and inshallah, get the result, and we get the W tomorrow and push on with the league. We've got not just Dons, we've got obviously other massive games coming as well. We've got Lambeth as well in January. So yeah, we just want to get this done and dusted, and we go from there.
Amazing. And if it's all right, just to touch quickly regarding the London Challenge Cup. You guys are in the next round, and again, you guys are like one of the favorites. One of the favorites. Again, I know that you guys are excited about the next round and like also progressing as well. And it's a competition that you guys can win.
Yeah, we want to go for it all. We want to potentially go for a treble. We've got the Paul Pickard Cup, we've got the London Cup, and we've got the league. We want to go for the treble. We've got the squad that's able to do it. We, again, have got the hard work and talent mixed between us with youth and senior level in our squad. We've got it. We want to push forward to win these things. We are exceptionally at a good time right now with our club. We are getting sponsors, the obviously tracksuits. We've got kits. We've got a lot of things coming through with the club. We've got a new ground, new home ground, which I've just spoken about. We on private ground, so we're looked after. So yeah, things are really looking up. And with the London Cup, we saw that M Boys that knocked out Rising Ballers.
Yeah.
That's a surprise result. So there's a few surprise results within the thing, and for us, we're not walking in to the next round as the 24th of January or 21st as just, it's going to be a walk in the park. We're going to go in, give 100%, and get to the last 8, get to the last 4, and obviously exceptionally to the final and lift the cup. Because as much as being titled favourites, you can be titled favourites, but becoming favourites, you've got to earn that respect to become favourites, and you've got to win what you've got to win to go to the favourites stage to be what you've got to be. So for us, is to work hard as a squad, be whole, and works for each other, and then push forward. And we'll get that cup run going, because the boys have got crazy potential. They all want to go for that cup. They really like it. They like what's going on. It's organised. It's a good cup. There's really good teams in there, and they've all got different styles of playing. They've all got different styles of playing. So Grand Fleck might be something different, and M Boys might be something different. So yeah, it's a very, very high and prestigious cup for us, and I can see that the talent within the teams is good. They've got players, like really good players. Like Soha was a very good game. So yeah, I really look forward to that, and yeah, we look forward to going for the title and winning the cup if what it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Honestly, thank you so much. So before we leave, can you please give everyone out there, Kumazi Strikers, Instagram, Twitter handles, any kind of social media, and again,
yeah. So we're on Instagram. Our Instagram is Kumazi Strikers. We actively do post our games on there and the results. We have a 7-a-side and 5-a-side tee, which is on there that plays on in Goals Elmer's End as well, which has got nice kits. So yeah, we're going up and down. And yeah, future plans to come as well, inshallah. And then you've got Twitter as well, which we update as well with our results and goal scores and etc. So yeah, no, everything's on there. The boys are on there. We'll obviously be more in contact with you. You come down to obviously some more of what we got, and you're feel free, man. Anytime you want to come down and do more of this stuff, yeah, it's anything to raise self-awareness. And yeah, man, up to Kumazi, man, because yeah, things are looking good for us, and fingers crossed we just push forward. And after tomorrow and the weeks coming and the London Cup, we might meet again in the last 8 and then see what happens.
Yeah, hear that. Thank you so much. So guys, please go and subscribe and follow Kumazi Strikers. Like, again, as I said before, right at the beginning, they were so welcoming, and I can even, I'm gonna say even on air, I'm gonna come down to a couple of your games, 100%, 100%.
Anytime you're invited, man. The ground when COVID's over, the ground is open, the bar is open. We'll catch up in the bar and etc. So there'll be facilities available. Obviously, COVID is restricting us currently, but when the things are away, then and the things that COVID's restrictions are off and etc. Yeah, just feel free to come down. You're always an open hand. I'll drop you our address on you here and ground. We're local. We've got a nice bar. We can always catch up and obviously etc. and move forward with the club, and we can do more things. But yeah, no, man, great to you. Well done, man. Your stuff as well, man. Credit to you, man. It's good stuff you've got going, man. And yeah, a lot of people do send me your links for your stuff, and they really like it, man. The stuff you put up. So yeah, it's really good, and you're representing grassroots to a really good level. We obviously all appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so much. So guys out there, please like and subscribe to the Amateur Football channel. Please share this video, and also as well, as I said before, watch out for Kumazi Strikers results. I'm seeing a lot of good things. I'm seeing a lot of good things out there. So guys, thank you so much. So again, thank you for watching this video. And exactly what I said before, please subscribe, like to the Amateur Football channel. My name is Tabrice. I salute everyone that's involved in grassroots football, in Sunday League football, in non-league football, and people who are just out playing any type of sport, especially in these current situations right now. Fitness, mental health, meeting different people, it is so important. So again, thank you so much. Guys, I salute you, and I'll see you guys real soon.